Mark time! March! Colors! Halt! Left, face! Present! Arms! Order! Arms! Post! Right! Face! Forward! March!
Left, 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 right, right.
Good afternoon. I am Sky Corley, the senior class president of the phenomenal class of 2023. Thank you, and please be seated. Welcome to the 7th annual commencement exercise for the Cumberland Polytechnic High School. On this momentous occasion, we are here to celebrate the hard work, dedication, accomplishments of the graduating class of 2023. As we end this chapter of our lives, today we celebrate our commencement. Commencement is defined as a new beginning or a start. We are grateful to you, our parents, family members, friends, and school faculty and staff for your support and preparation as we embark upon the beginning of our future endeavors. Please honor the class of 2023 by silencing your cell phones and refraining from cheering and all distracting noises and behaviors until the designated time. When your graduate's name is called, you may stand quietly to show recognition. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our special guests who are seated on the stage. I would like to ask our guests to please stand and remain standing while we recognize you. Cumberland County School Superintendent, Dr. Marvin Conley, Jr. Cumberland County Schools Board of Education, Deanna Jones, Board Chair, Jacqueline Brown, Alicia Chisholm, Donna Van, Greg West, and Susan Williams. Cumberland Polytechnic High School Principal, Mr. Chad Barber. Cabinet members are as follows: Dr. Melody Chalmers McLean, Associate Superintendent, Student Support Services. Kevin Coleman, Associate Superintendent, Auxiliary Services. Dr. Jane Fields, Associate Superintendent, School Support Services. Dr. Malada Hill, Chief Academic Officer. Ruben Reyes, Associate Superintendent, Human Services. Nicholas Soika, Board Attorney. Jay Toland, Associate Superintendent, Business Operations. Dr. Lindsay Whitley, Associate Superintendent, Communications and Community Engagement. Dr. Christine Catalano, Assistant Superintendent, K-12 Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Tanjay Robertson, Area Superintendent, School Support Services. Seated to the left of the class of 2023 are the family members of the valedictorian, Caden Ketchman, and the family of our salutatorian, Alexander Rubel, along with the CPHS Assistant Principal, Mr. James Dockery, and our 2022-23 Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Laura Keynes. On behalf of the Cumberland Polytechnic High School Administration, faculty, staff, and the class of 2023, I extend our expressions of appreciation for your presence here today. Thank you. At this time, I invite Mr. Barber to share a few words.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, and guests. Today I am overjoyed and filled with pride as I stand before you to celebrate the graduating class of 2023. Class of 2023, today is your day, and you should be proud of your accomplishments. Today is not your first graduation. Many of you walked the same stage as a graduate of Fayetteville Technical Community College on May 11th. This class has compiled almost $1 million of scholarships and received 48 degrees and certificates, which is the most in Cumberland Polytechnic High School history. This day signifies your end of your time at Cumberland Polytechnic High School, but also the beginning of the rest of your life. I challenge you to take a moment to think back on your years as a student at our school. You began high school as a freshman in 2019, and a little over halfway through the school year, our world forever changed. You survived and thrived during a period of uncertainty, fear, and worst of all, isolation. In the future, when things get tough, look back on what you have had to overcome to stand before family and friends as a high school graduate. The tough situations you may encounter will more than likely be small in comparison to this period. You can and you will persevere. I once was in your shoes, and I experienced mixed emotions as I listened to my principal and peers address my class. There were feelings of sadness knowing that this would be the last time I would be with all of my graduating class. There were also feelings of hope and optimism, knowing that I was about to start a new life, and the new was unknown. I can assure you that if you're experiencing any feelings of sadness, it will be short-lived. There's a great big world out there that needs your fresh voices. Mark Twain once said, "The two most important days of a person's life are the day in which they are born and the day you find out why." I challenge you to find out your why, if you already haven't. When you know your why, you will live your life with purpose and passion. If you are not excited to get out of bed each day and go to work, you probably have not found your why, but you will. One of my favorite poems is called "The Dash," written by Linda Ellis. The dash was referenced periodically as one of my mentor principals, Mr. Brian Edkins, addressed his graduating classes. I feel it is very fitting to share with you some of the excerpts of this poem today. To paint a picture for you, class of 2023, one day we will all die, and our tombstone will read the date of our birth and the date of our death. And it will be separated by a dash. In the poem, Ellis writes, "For that dash represents all the time that they spent alive on earth. And now only those who love them know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and spend our dash." So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left. That can be arranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and what's real, and always try to understand the way other people feel. Be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering this special dash might only last a little while. I challenge you to value the important things in life, such as love and relationships. Give your talents and time and others an attempt to make this world a better place. Slow down to enjoy the good things in life. Don't let anger get the best of you, and never forget to show appreciation. We are all writing the story of our dash. And that dash is our legacy. And I thank you for the great legacy that you are leaving behind at Cumberland Polytechnic High School. Your contributions have truly made our school better. Congratulations. I am so proud of each of you, and I wish you the best of luck as you continue to write the story of your dash. At this time, I would like to recognize the two students with the highest academic average in the senior class. Parents, please stand as your graduate's name is called. I would like to ask Alexander Rubel, salutatorian, to please rise. I would also like to ask this year's valedictorian, Caden Ketchman, to please rise. These students both received a stole and a medallion as a tangible symbol of their scholastic achievements at an award ceremony held this past Monday at school. Please join me in congratulating them. You may be seated. Alexander Rubel will present high school reflections at this time, followed by Caden Ketchman's outlook for the future.
Thank you, Mr. Barber. Good afternoon, friends, loved ones, parents, teachers, and faculty. We finally made it. It's an honor for me to be speaking here at our graduation today. I remember my freshman year, this day seemed like a lifetime away. But now, thinking about the past 8 semesters, I've realized that they've flown right by. Walking into orientation on a hot summer day 4 years ago, I, like many others, wasn't sure what the next 4 years would hold. However, coming out the other side, I've grown as a student, friend, and person. During my time here at Polytech, I've met some incredible people and have had some amazing experiences. Among us here today are some of the brightest and most driven people I've ever met. I know I'm going to cherish the memories I've made and the things about life that I've learned. There's a saying that high school is the best 4 years of your life. Whoever said that must have peaked in high school. Standing here today, I found that high school is not the best 4 years of your life. Rather, it's the starting point for even better moments. It's important for all of us to keep learning and growing. Try new things, meet new people, and have new experiences. I know that the people in this class will go on and accomplish great things. Congratulations, class of 2023.
I would first like to thank my family for putting up with me talking about school literally every day for extremely prolonged periods of time. I would like to thank my friends for understanding when I disappeared for weeks at a time to study or work on projects I was passionate about. And I would like to thank all of the incredible educators who have inspired me to come this far and who helped generate within me a passion for curiosity-based education. I wouldn't trade my experience here at Polytech for the world, and I cannot overstate how incredibly grateful I am to be standing here among my peers and mentors today. At Polytech, we never expected our experience to be average. Far from the high school musical classic experience, we chose to learn purposefully. And as I look upon my class, I don't see high schoolers waiting to graduate. I see scientists, artists, coders, and architects. The world has seen what young people are capable of, and they are impressed, to say the very least. In these 4 years, I have learned that my words matter. I have learned that if I speak with power and with passion, the world will stop to listen. I have seen that every remark leaves an impression, be it kind or hateful or anything in between. Even at our young ages, our words have magnitude, so we must use them. I'd imagine many of you are picturing a speech or a protest or some form of argument, but I mean to tell you every passing conversation, compliment, or letter has a power immeasurable by any standard unit. Texts between friends, conversations with teachers about life, and songs I hear on the radio have changed me in ways I struggle to express. It's no wonder I will so greatly miss my short walks down the hallway that is our school. But more than a transcript of casual exchanges and even deep discussions, Polytech has proved to be a training ground. In the last 4 years, I have been challenged to think critically, make big decisions, and discover myself within them. Here, I became a leader, a fighter, and someone I am proud to take into the next stage of my life. I discovered here that in order to make big waves, you need an ocean, not a pond. The community at Polytech is one that has challenged me to figure out exactly what it means to be true to myself. So as we prepare to turn our tassels, I challenge you all to think of how you can make your words meaningful. I challenge you to find your ocean, find your fight worth training for. I know that every last one of you has ideas that can change the world. The very fact that you are sitting here today means that you are strong enough to excel, not just for yourself, but for the future of humanity. And I would just like to end on a quote by Shirley Chisholm that has always inspired me to make my voice not just heard, but listened to. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. Thank you so much, class of 23. I will miss you more than you know. Congratulations.
Thank you, Alex and Caden, for those heartfelt words. You and Sky may now join your classmates on the floor. Marshals and Mrs. McKeithen, please take your positions. At this time, I invite Mr. Barber to prepare to present diplomas. Please honor the class of 2023 by refraining from cheering and all disruptive behaviors until all of the diplomas have been handed out. CCS Policy 4304 states that Cumberland County Schools will have secure and distraction-free graduations. Any senior or guest who chooses to cause a commotion or disruption during the ceremony will be escorted from the ceremony. Schools may hold diplomas unless otherwise designated by the superintendent. You may stand quietly when your graduate's name is called to give recognition. Thank you for your cooperation. Class of 23, please follow the direction of your marshals to stand and approach the stage. Mark Anthony Andrew Adams II. Anna Christina Martins Allen. Brianna Kenya Racia Bascom. Jaden Ayana Bennett. Kira Elise Bordeth Fiallos. Matthew Thomas Brown. Kylie Elizabeth Brunson. Sidgel Juan Candelario Quiles. Gerald Jr. Fernando Castor. Sky Savoy Corley. Jayla Brielle Doby. Samantha Renee Eccles. Alexandra Victoria Fuentes Fernandez. Ethan Robert Gaskins. Gwendolyn Louise Gorman. Sydney Elise Harden. Charity Janae Hedden. Christian Thomas Hess. Ahmad Orwa Hijaz. Kayla Renee Holden. Michael Anthony Hopkins. Aurora Ruby Horning. Paris Kiasia Ashanti Jordan. Raven Neve Kanoa Lawson. Caden Michael Ketchman. Minjung Kim. Natalie Kaun Kim. Lilith Abigail Nabenshu. Zoe Fulifang Kors. Michael Joshua Lowe. Kiamani Ashawn Lene Lyons. Jermaine Jatrell March. Michael Massa. Elizabeth Ann McCarthy. Jayla Renee McCormick. Jada Imani McIntyre. Sierra Michelle McLaughlin. Tiara Nichelle McLaughlin. Jamila Cheyenne Morrison. Maluhia Onalani Mia Rivera. Ariana Rosa. Alexander James Rubel. Haley Faith Sakowitz. Sway Mildred May Smith. Tara Lynn Smith. Ricky Paul Jovan Saku. Xavier Julian Washington. Sarai Simone Williams. Tanya Margaret Espiritu Wilmore. Adam Jean-Pierre Wold. Keely Unyi Yanati. Ajayla Gabrielle Yates. Timothy Ian Yoakum II.
Graduates, please stand. By the power vested in me by the State of North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, I declare you the 7th graduating class of Cumberland Polytechnic High School, class of 2023. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations. Let's hear it for you.